to that whole nigga.
How
I
is
nothing like these other rap niggas. Hustle been a shooter. That's a fact, nigga.
bro? His voice was fucking crazy.
I start smoking weed and not relapse, nigga.
Oh shit! Hold on. I should actually take a quick hit, just one, before we get started for real.
As Lana would say, one for the money, two for the show.
Lana Del Rey did not go. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
And we coming in hot.
I think we gotta. Oh shit! That shit hurt my throat.
Whoa, Kenny.
I think we gotta put the blame on 2020 on Lana Del Rey.
How? Well, actually, let me not even say
she
like
was
that.
capping last time she was out here. She was capping. She was like,
oh,
she was like,
that.
I'm a woman of virtue. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, all these black women. Oh.
Yeah, after she
and
after trash ass album. Hate to
I'm
see
saying after she said that, yo, look what happened, bro. Pandemic 6 months deep. Black people get fucked up left and right. Look, I mean,
Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? I firmly believe that if Game of Thrones actually ended well, that this world would be different, because what they did was fucked up a fictional world, and then they said nah, that wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? We had white man fucking up a fictional world. They're like, nah, it's not enough. We got to do the real thing, and here we are, fascism. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if Trump loses the election and his last words are just "and scene"?
I'll be so upset.
What do you do? He's just like,
niggas are in trouble. Niggas are in trouble.
No, you're right about Game of Thrones though. I knew it was a dub as soon as you couldn't see shit. Like,
yeah, he said this is the most epic battle of the series in the dark. Yeah,
I had to get my other pair of glasses. I had two of them drawers on.
Turn all the lights off and shit. Turn the screen brightness up.
Nigga, I was sitting here looking for apps that could make my screen brighter. I was like, that's how fucked up it was.
We supposed to watch the whole episode on low power mode? Like what? Like that's what y'all give us this whole budget, and we gotta watch this shit on low power mode.
They said 15 million an episode, and you can't see shit. Like
you don't. What do you need that much money for? It must be the VFX.
VFX, but all the cast and crew and just like hella costumes. Like
50 mil an episode?
Yeah, man.
This is why
also the actors were getting paid, like people like Peter Dinklage and shit were getting paid like 1 to 3 million an episode too. So
3 million an episode?
Like I think he was getting like 1 to 2, but still nuts.
Wow. How much was I'm forgetting the actress who plays Cersei, Lena.
I mean, she should have been getting just the same, if not more. But
yeah, so she's pulling in a million. But the whole season, all she was doing was with the wine.
Bro, that's all she needed to do. She's like one of 5 white women over 40 who I'm like,
here you go, yo.
What you doing after this? Yo, what you doing after this? Yo, I don't normally do this, but
here you go, yo.
Let me pull up from 60. Just Yo, I will go on record and say I think she is a beautiful older woman. I will go on record and say that.
For sure. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that a meal to stand and drink wine, that's a lot. Although I'm not acting like I'm not that's not to say that she doesn't have her chops and she didn't earn it. That's all on.
I was about to say, because she was holding that show down for like seasons 5 and 6.
She's an incredible actress.
Yeah, when there was nothing happening to season 5, she held it down.
Season 6 is why I thought that the rest of the show would be good.
Yeah. No.
Because she came back and she said, "Barata, big up."
No. Yo. She came with that Jay-Z energy. I held you down for 6 summers. Damn, just fucking like, yo, okay, oh me, oh my. Nah, she she definitely had to be getting at least a mil a episode because they all became huge fucking stars.
Yeah, there's no way she could have made less though. If Peter Dinklage is making $1 mil to $3 mil, there's no way she's making less than him. I mean, patriarchy, but like,
Yeah, at least a
there's no
mil.
way.
Like, I feel like what if like half of their $15 million budget an episode was just to like the top 5 actors? Like,
I could see it, yo.
you know how
Parasite,
mad
run
I'd
them
be.
checks. Run them checks.
But like being like a side character, like old dude who was with Khaleesi the whole way.
Yeah.
Like
Jorah.
imagine only getting like 200 racks an episode, and you look at Shorty get like 2 mil, and like y'all got like the same amount of lives and shit. You just like,
Well, play your position. Take pride in your position. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, true. I wouldn't be mad at her. I'd be mad at Kit Harington.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think he's that good of an actor. He just got the puppy dog eyes. Like, I fuck with you though, Kit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come on the podcast.
Defend your honor, kid. Don't let him slander you like this.
Yeah. No, I saw the other day, I like breezed through the article, but he was just saying he was like surprised that he wasn't the one who got to kill the Ice King as well as everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool that it was Arya. Like, she did the little LeBron switch up, but like,
we didn't even get to see the nigga fight.
yeah, no, that shit was so trash. Like, they really said that the Ice King, like the villain who they've been leading up for the whole show, or leading to the whole show, he just bit a fake. He did a little switch. He got crossed up.
Yo.
And that's how he got, like, come on.
No, you're right. Wait, so they did 10 episode seasons for 6 seasons before that, right? And then they had maybe 4 episodes before. They roughly spent like $650 million, like, of build up for that.
For a fucking ball fake. For a
Yeah, like when I think but not for real. I've never thought about it this way till now. Like, 650 million. That'd be like if Avengers Endgame, which they spent like billions of dollars on, like if Thanos just got wiped out by like a bitch slap. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. This disregard for time, this disregard for energy and labor and resources is the same logic, you know what I'm saying, that got us on the verge of ecological disaster and a fascist state. It's like, bruh.
Real quick question though, do you think elements of fascism existed in the US before Trump? Because
yes, in the Constitution. Well, man,
go on. It's something I've been thinking about for the past couple of days, but I don't have an answer yet.
I think I should be more specific in my terminology, right? We're thinking about fascism, which is essentially like let's see, what's a definition we could work with? I think when we're talking about fascism, we're talking about like a nationalistic project spearheaded by like a dictator or a kind of like a strong man.
I feel like it's when like popular, like when nationalism becomes popular enough, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be the popular sentiment, but it becomes popular enough, you know.
Right, and it leaves no space for dissent, and it often is accompanied by mass murder, genocide, and like imprisonment, right? Which we're all these what you're seeing right now, right? And I think an oligarchy,
and cultural reform programs.
Exactly. There's a reimagining of the kind of socio-cultural landscape within this very specific narrative that promotes the national image, right? So like America, for now, like the rhetoric that's going on around right now is, critiquing whiteness or white studies. That is anti-American. That's anti-patriotic, right? Like that type of framing is fascist rhetoric, right? It's this hyper-nationalist rhetoric. Anything that threatens the nation is bad and has to be,
you're right.
Stamped out. And I think that we for most of U.S. society, or the history of like U.S. society from like the 13 colonies on, I think it's functioned as an oligarchy, right? Because in the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, is not like this morally righteous document. It's a bunch of landowners and a bunch of wealthier people in society being like, look, y'all
We
don't live
want to keep
here.
our
Y'all
land.
can't tax us. Like, stop
Yeah,
taking our bread. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like the whole war was fought over taxes. You know what I'm saying? And so once they won that war, and they're talking about voting, who can vote, right? White men who
hmm
own. That's a very specific part of the population. And so I
yeah.
think that the reason I said I think fascism is kind of like in our constitution and in like the Declaration of Independence, in those like American origins, is because power was never meant to leave that group of white land owning wealthy men,
That's true.
right?
I mean, it
And
was never
so,
supposed to leave Washington, right? Till he died. Like
well, no,
that
he
was
actually
yeah.
like, I
No,
don't
no,
want to
no.
do
I
this.
mean, he stepped down, but I mean, like that idea, which is truly the only admirable thing I can say he did, but like that idea of stepping down every 8 years, like, correct me if I'm wrong, that wasn't created with the founding of the country. Like
Nah, there were some
that,
folks. I think Hamilton Max actually might have been like, "No, Washington, be a king. Like, stay in
yeah,
this country. Like, stay in
yeah.
this."
So that's what I'm saying. Like even like so, if he hadn't did that, then we at least would have like a monarchy, which could easily pivot to fascism.
Yeah, and I think we see why we see kind of the enabling of fascism in this country is because power doesn't really shift that much, right? Like if you look at a centrist Democrat and you look at like the left of the Republican Party, right? Like the most progressive of the Republican Party, they're essentially the same platform, right? Like a
Oh yeah,
centrist
hell yeah,
Republican. And that is the base that the Democratic Party puts the most time and energy towards ameliorating, or the most time and energy towards like placating or pacifying, or what's another word?
yeah.
Um
You got it. I mean, I don't think you need
I'm
nothing else.
saying
Yeah.
like that's the ass that they be kissing. So like the policy that gets, or I guess the far left of the Democratic Party doesn't influence policy as much as the centrists.
Yeah.
And so even when when we see um Republicans come into the seat of the presidency, or Democrats, the American empire is still expanding. Like we're still bombing the shit out of the Middle East, right? We're
Yeah.
still exploring oil and resources from the African continent, right? We're still kind of dictating or attempting to dictate Latin American politics. So I think there's some
Yeah.
things that change internally in terms of the tone, right? Because Republicans are more just like nigger,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
and the Democrats are like Black Lives Matter, and also no health care for you.
No,
And
literally, it reminds me of growing up with my granny because she was, grew up in North Carolina. Was there from 1939 to like 1958. Like, so saw a lot of shit, like down to like burning crosses and any and everything you can imagine that fucked up white people would do. But I remember her saying to me, she was like, when I came to the North, it really made me appreciate like how white people treated me in the South, just because like I knew they didn't like my ass. Like like
yeah,
she was like, up here, like they would smile and like talk to you nice, but like they would like her thing was like, down south they might fuck up your day or kill you, or up north they might fuck up your year, or
mhm,
kill you. Like,
yeah,
because if somebody calls you, like nigger while walking by, you're like, yo, fuck you, suck my dick or whatever. You keep it moving. Like,
right,
but if somebody's like trying to like undermine your job and get you the fuck out of there because they don't like you because you're black, like that's way worse. Like,
yeah.
you
Because
know,
ultimately, I was saying to my mom the other day, it's like if someone calls you a nigga, you gotta beat the ass on principle, right? Like you gotta fight a
yeah,
principle. But it's like white folks, you know what I'm saying? To those of y'all listening, it really don't do what y'all think it does. Like y'all been saying the same shit for generations. I
that's true.
promise you,
If
it don't
anything,
do what you think
it
it
just get
does.
niggas hype at this point
You know
because you
what I'm
like,
saying?
I'm just
Like
like, damn, I've been waiting to beat the brakes on somebody.
it don't
Like,
do what y'all think it does. Like
yeah,
it comes off as really desperate, honestly. Like y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? Get creative. Get creative. But
yeah. I mean, for those at home who are wondering what the fuck you just tuned into, We are damn near 15 minutes deep into the very first motherfucking episode of the Short Boy Crew podcast. That's SBC for short. If you are over 5'8", get the fuck out the feed. Get the fuck out the chat. You know what I'm saying? Moke, introduce us properly, you know, because I'm with the shenanigans, you know what I'm saying?
Right, the lawful good, in the room is here.
You got to put on the shades though, you know what I'm saying? Don't let them see the pupils. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Quick wardrobe change.
My daughter looked just like Sia. You can't see her. You know what I'm saying?
God, oh my God,